What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Offseason. This is the show where we talk sports, and we are leading our way back into the showdown because when the season gets hot, it's going to be showdown time. But for now, this is the Offseason. I'm your boy, OG Tim Wilson. I'm your host of the show, and I am here with the Nasty Boys, Big Ed and Waves. What up, though, fellas?
What up? What up? What up?
What is good?
That is good. And on that note, man, let's take a shot and dive right into it because we got a lot to talk about. So I don't want to waste no time on the intro.
Cheers.
Let's go out to all my fantasy football fans out there. Let's do that. Of course, we give props to the fantasy football fans because this whole show was born out of a fantasy football, an idea to do fantasy football talk, and it's morphed into sports talk, which is more my thing. I was against the fantasy football thing. Once I got into it, and it was a lot of fun. And I just love talking sports, though.
Right.
But we're going to start off with some fantasy football talk. How about it? Because, of course, I got to give a shout out to the two groups that we hang out with, the baddest two, the livest two, the best two fantasy football groups on Facebook. SWFFG, the Southwest Fantasy Football Group. Also, the BSB, the Broad Street Bullies Fantasy Football Group. So big ups to both the groups out there. You know I got to give y'all props. If you are a fantasy football fan, you need to dive in. I tell you how you choose which one. If you don't want to join both, I tell you how to choose which one. If you're looking for good fantasy football information in general, go to BSB. But if you're looking for prime fantasy football entertainment, then you go to SWFFG. I go to Southwest for the fun, and I go to BSB for the info. That's how it is.
I will put the user discretion out there. Please be advised you to go to the WFFG group. You need to have thick skin.
Yeah. They're gonna
Yeah.
give it to you. They're gonna bring it. They're gonna bring it. And
The
also,
drama is real.
yeah, the drama is very real. It's very real. And not only that, though, you got to have thick skin, and you got to be careful because if you come back at them too hard, you get kicked out the group. But that's how that goes.
Yeah.
Just fucking with you because I can. Because I can say shit here, right? 'Cause they even if they. But anyway, just a little update on what's been going on, the latest drama, because we talked about it last week a little bit. Johnny the Mechanic seems to have had a change of heart here, based on what he heard last week. Um, so he says. Um, but
What he heard here on the offseason.
he said that he would like to go ahead and allow both BSB and the collective to battle. He's going to allow it. And I don't know what the deal is with these SWV chicks and this ultimatums they like, but he had, he got on this power trip. He had to have his power trip moment in this. He couldn't just be humble and say, you know what, I was wrong, let's do it. He had to add a little power trip to it, but you got to be in by June 1st.
Yeah. Okay.
That's his ultimatum. He always got to have an ultimatum. That's his little power. That's how he hold on to his little bit of power trip momentum there. He got a little power trip out of saying, but you got to be. Nigga, June 1st.
Most drafts don't even happen until July.
Let's just say this. Right before I heard first word that he was backtracking, he posted, the first thing I saw that morning was a post of him saying 109 days till the season starts, September 7th. And then he goes, next thing I know, he's talking about, y'all got to sign about June 1st. It's 109 days. That's over 3 months before the season starts. We got all this time, and that's the power trip. That's what that is. That's power tripping.
Yeah.
That's power trip.
And that's all that is. Here's the simple fact. And I was gonna say it earlier, but I was waiting until the show. I know for a fact that we are the only competition he has because I know for a fact Armchair Sports already denied his request for a matchup. So the Clash is all he really got for a big matchup this year.
Oh, I didn't know about that. I didn't know about that. But I will say this. Um, I will say this. I'm okay with your little power trip, man. I ain't gonna trip. But I will say this. The collective is the collective. We will discuss it, and like I said, we'll get back to you, and we will make our decision when we goddamn well please.
In due time.
That's
All right.
Period.
fine.
So I ain't mad at you for your power trip. We may or may not make it by June 1st.
We pulling
If
a
that
power
means
trip.
it's off, it's okay because we already got 2 more battles set up. So we okay. We done set up other stuff while y'all was bullshitting. So we okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So if it happens, it happens, and if it don't, it don't. We want it. Yes, we want it. I tell you, I want to beat your ass more than anybody else. It's more than anybody. I want to be. You know this. So, but it's a collective decision.
And until that decision has been made and has been announced to you, apply next year.
So big ups to everybody out there, though. Serious big ups to the BSB, big up to the SWFFG. It's all in fun, even though they take it personal. It's because they get their panties in a bunch and they're sensitive. Every now and then they take estrogen. Let's see here. On to other things. It's over. LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers have been swept by the Denver Nuggets. Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets swept the Lakers in 4 games. It ended last night in grand fashion. And I tell you, LeBron looked spent. He looked hurt. He looked done. Will he or will he not retire? Your thoughts first on the series and the answer to the question all in once. Just give it to me in a lump.
Okay.
Go ahead, Wes. Since you talked first.
Oh, my bad. All right. Oh, I got a little something. All right. Everybody knows I'm not a basketball guy. I'm not gonna act like I am.
But we also know you're a LeBron hater, so keep going.
Well, that's where this is gonna get interesting here. Yes, LeBron got swept. That's undeniable. But so has Jordan, and Shaq has a lot more than all of them. So I'm not gonna hold that against LeBron. As far as I I don't think LeBron's gonna call it quits just yet. I'm definitely because I think he's considering that option for the next season or two, within the next season or two, and that really started to kick in after this last game.
Yeah, little pork chop was out there talking about he ain't gonna be the GOAT and he got swept. Jordan never got swept.
No,
Do your homework, bro. Do your homework.
Yeah, he don't know his history.
Twice.
Do your homework before you make comments like that.
Yep.
Big Ed, what you talking about? Never mind. Take a puff. This motherfucker scored in the chimney.
It's a pothead.
No, it's a cigarette now. It's a cigarette. LeBron's still finna go down as one of the greatest of all time. And I say one of the greatest of all time because it's hard company up there. You know what I'm saying? To me, there's 3 greatest of all time. And I put them all 3 on the same level. Kareem, Michael, and LeBron. I can't put Kobe up there because he's a carbon copy of Michael. But I don't think there's going to be a carbon copy of LeBron. So that might edge him up a little bit. But them getting swept this series, I don't. It might be his last series for now. He might take a year off, watch his son play his year in college, and come back somewhere else in 25.
I don't think so. Personally, I think he's going to stay. And to be honest, because he has that specific certain kind of competitive spirit that Michael and Kobe had, I think he is going to have a couple more series in him next season. He's going to come back on fire. He's going to realize, man, I don't need to be thinking about retiring. Let me go ahead and show these cats that I still got it. He's going to go out there and show out next year.
See, the reason I say he's going to take a year off is because I think he's going to take a year off to get his body back right, to play at least one more full season with his son, which he's always stated that was his goal.
I partially agree with both of you. I don't think he's got to get his body back right to do a full season. That motherfucker trains like madman. He's in great condition. He's just not young as he used to be. That's why he didn't. And I think he did realize. It did seem to me that he was a little bit fatigued. Like, bro, I'm in my 20th season. I'm damn near 40. Why am I the only one out here busting my ass? I can't carry you guys like I used to. Where's AD? Where you at?
You're right.
Russell, where you at?
Exactly.
Where y'all at, man? Somebody come. Why am I out here by myself?
Hey,
And I'm the oldest motherfucker in basketball.
you know that blows my mind right there. The Lakers got rid of D'Angelo Russell for a reason. Remember, they sent him to the Nets,
but
wasn't
he
it?
came back and they did good. I'm not gonna hate on it because they made it to the Western Conference Finals, and
Yeah.
they started this season 2-10, man. I mean, they came a long way.
Yeah.
They came a long way. They went very far. They were a play-in team. They didn't make the playoffs. They made the play-in and got all the way to the Western Conference Finals. So I'm not gonna knock that. But when it came down to that last game, I mean, LeBron dropped 40, damn near 40-point triple-double. He dropped 40 on them. So it wasn't like he was a bum out there. It was just, who came with me? Who's
Right.
with me? We
Who
can
gonna
win
stop
this damn
Jokic?
game. So
Who gonna stop Murray?
well, the thing is, we know that. Okay, so let me speak for a minute, Big Ed, because I didn't interrupt either. I didn't
Go ahead.
interrupt you either
Sorry.
one of you when you spoke. Um, the thing is, he came out there and was knowing that we're up against it, but he also felt like, but we can win this, and it felt to me like the rest of the team was defeated. We ain't good as them. They're just better than us, which they were, but we can still win a goddamn game. And I think I think there was too many people on the Lakers, too many players on the Lakers that didn't come with him with that and was like, what's the point? What's the point of winning the game? And he just felt spent, man. And I don't know if he's going to retire or not. Just a side note, his boy Melo retired.
Mm-hmm.
Carmelo Anthony retired. Ironically, yesterday. Ironically, the day that LeBron got swept, earlier that day, Carmelo announced his retirement. And I'm sure that worked on his head too. Like, you know, after this game, Melo retired earlier. Is it my time too? They came in the league together. Are we going to leave the league together?
I was gonna say, isn't he the last one of that draft class that's still in the league?
I think, as far as I know, yes, but I don't know everybody in the draft class. But yes, of all the main guys that we know, yeah, him and Melo were the last two.
Yeah.
Him and Melo were the last two, and they were the top dogs of the class at the rookie season. But of course, others like Dwayne Wade made a big name for himself during the course of their careers.
Right.
And I want to commend both of you for not holding it against him, because I don't think it should be held against him either. All the great ones go out losing.
Yeah.
None of them go out on top.
Look at Tom.
None of them go out on top.
Nope.
Jordan came close. Jordan came very close. But then he came back and played for Washington and was trash. And he wasn't trash, but they didn't win, right? Because as long as you're on top, you feel like you still got it. It's when you win, you always feel like you got one more. It's not until you lose and say, you know what, I'm done. Tom did the same thing, right? Tom went out. Tom won it all and was like, I'm done. This is it. No, you ain't. I'm coming back for one more. I'm going to come back for one more. I'm going to come back. They came close. Ali, came back and lost to Holmes. Everybody, all the great ones come back and lose. They never go out on top.
Yeah.
They don't. So, for people that's holding it against him, he's just looking for something to hold against him. That's it. I
Yeah.
mean, if you look at what he did in his 20th season, that's a freaking amazing. I
Mm.
mean, Jordan didn't have a 20th season. He played 15, right? Kobe's 20th season. Look at his statistics. He was terrible.
And
He
then
had
and,
the
and
last
he
his
tore
game
his
of
Achilles, didn't
his last game of his career. He scored 62 points. But
Mm.
if you watched that game, you know that they gave him the ball every time down the floor to try to beat him. They were trying to see if he could get to. Their goal was for him to catch Wilt Chamberlain's record,
he? Yep,
the
the
100
100
point game. They
points.
wanted him to get the 100 point game every time down. We feeding it to Kobe, and Kobe shooting.
Mm.
I mean, he shot probably, if he shot 30%, I'd be surprised. He had a terrible shooting percentage. He had a terrible shooting percentage. He shot the ball all day, but it was because it was Kobe's last game. Give him the ball.
Right.
That was out of respect for him. They wanted him to do great. They wanted him to have a one last hurrah. And he dropped 62 points, but if you look at it, he shot all night long.
Yep.
And so it was fun to watch. It was out of respect, and nobody had a problem with it. Everybody got it. Everybody understood it, and it was good to see him go out with a 62-point game.
Yeah.
But they gave him that team every time down the floor. It was like if he was on the floor, nobody shoots. You pass it to Kobe. Period. You
Yeah.
was going up for open. They was going up for open layups and looking for Kobe. No, don't you dare lay it up. Give it to Kobe.
Hey,
Uh,
for a football reference to that, it was like Michael Strahan getting the sack record.
exactly. Yeah. Similar to that fashion. You're right. That is a good reference. That is a good reference. That is very true. And speaking of football references, rest in peace to Jim Brown. We didn't mention that. So
Yeah.
we lost a legend. We lost a legend this week, man. So I want to make sure we make mention of that.
Both a
Uh,
legend in football and activism.
and activist, yes,
Yeah.
actor and activist, yes. Just an all around legend, man. So yeah, rest in power to one and only Jim Brown, man. Um, how about that toe? And I'm gonna get you, sucker.
My bunion.
We're not going to talk about it long, but just so that you know, right now, as we are speaking, the Heat is playing Boston, and if the Heat wins, they sweep Boston.
Oh wow.
Boston is
Wow.
down 0-3 to the Miami Heat right now, and Jimmy Buckets is just too much to touch.
He's been
So
too much this whole series.
this could be this whole playoff run. I mean, he's just a playoff Hall of Famer. Um,
Yeah.
this would be the first time in history that there was two sweeps in the conference finals.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this would be the
Crazy.
first time. If they sweep Boston, it would be the first time that there was two sweeps. And so much for that script that said the Lakers and Boston are going to end up in the finals.
Yeah. Right.
That script got flipped.
Yeah.
I should
Everybody
have hit
loves
that
to
one.
think some.
I should have hit that one for the script. There's a new rule. Y'all heard about the new rule in the NFL?
No.
Which
Let's
one?
talk some football. There's a new rule in
Hey, that
football.
the
Hey,
the
hey,
the
hey,
spring
oh,
the spring league meetings were held here in Minneapolis.
good. I'm happy for you. Yay, 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 yay. Let's give a big hand for the spring meetings being in Minneapolis. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So anyway, there's a new rule in the NFL this year. Teams that catch a fair catch on kickoffs and safety kicks. So if you have a safety and you kick it off, so only kickoff and safety kicks, not for punts. But if you fair catch it inside the 25-yard line, the ball will be spotted at the 25-yard line.
Then actually, it was not if it was behind, but if you fair catched it at all, I thought you could on the
No,
20.
it's got to be behind. If you fair catch it behind the 25, the ball will be spotted at the 25.
Okay.
So there's still some rules to iron, some intricacies to iron out in regards to that rule. But as it stands, it has been approved that if you have a fair catch on a kickoff or a safety kick behind the 25, the ball will be spotted at the 25. And that's because of safety, because they said the top play that causes concussion. More concussions happen on kick returns than any other play in football.
Yeah, you get the most
Yeah.
speed collisions going on at once.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And truthfully, you got college players working to make a team on special teams. You know what I'm saying?
And not just college players, other guys. I mean, guys have been around for 3-4 years
Right.
trying to make a roster. You're right, though. That's true.
Yeah.
So they play harder. Special teams always play harder than anybody else on the field.
Yeah, they trying to make the roster. You are absolutely right there, Big Ed. Not often you hear that.
I mean, I remember when I was trying to make corner in high school, they said, go ahead and play special teams. You play the gunner on the outside, and your job is to hit whoever has the ball on kickoffs. And you get there as fast as you can, and you hit them as hard as you can.
Yeah.
That was my job. So
That's when Shannon Sharp got started. He was playing. He played on the kickout on special teams. Okay, now the moment you've all been waiting for. Oh damn! I hit the ding and it didn't ding. Hold up. There we go. The moment we've all been waiting for.
I've been waiting for this.
NFL predictions, way too early NFL predictions. That is right, way too early NFL predictions. Big Ways, are you going to be keeping track this time? I kept track last year.
Yeah, I
saw
got
you-
it already set up here.
My man.
I only got week 1 so far, but we'll go through the rest if we do more.
Okay, all right, because if we have time, I think I plan to do at least 2. I'm hoping to do 3 weeks today, but we're going to start with week 1 and see if we have time to do week 2. How about that?
Sounds good.
Week 1, game 1. The Lions of Detroit will be visiting the Kansas City Chiefs.
Mm-mm-mm.
Big Ed, who you got?
I'm going to go Chiefs.
I really, 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 really want to pick an upset here. I really do. When I tell you I really do, I just feel it. I don't know what it is, and if I don't pick it and the Lions win, I'm gonna feel bad for not having the balls to do it. But I don't have the balls to do it. I'm going with the Chiefs.
Well, I do have the balls to do it, and I am going to go with the Lions.
I knew you would. I knew it. I knew
Wow.
you would pick the Lions on that one. It makes sense though. The Chiefs don't
But-
normally start fast though, but then
But
the
I'm the
Lions
one
went 1
smoking.
and 6. So, you know.
But I'm the one smoking.
Here you are.
Yeah, well, that'll be evident eventually. We'll see. But it's not a bad pick though. It's really not. It's really not. I think it's more likely than a lot of people are giving credit for. It's
Yeah.
very possible because the Chiefs are not a fast starting team. They don't start out fast, and they're gonna have high emotions. They're getting their rings and all of this stuff. So it's very possible that they come out a little flat, and the Lions come out hyped up and get a win.
Yeah.
It's very possible. But the fact that it's in KC, I'm not doing it. I just don't have the balls for it. Sorry.
My reasoning is simple. I think the Lions are going to keep it nice and tight all game, and it's going to come down to a field goal that leads to the Lions winning by 1.
Ooh, I know they can't win a close one. They gotta beat their ass. They ain't
So
gonna,
you write that since you said that, bro, you write down by 1 by your name.
he already picked the Lions. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, so we're gonna keep going. Panthers at Atlanta against the Falcons. I'll go with the. I'm gonna go with the Falcons. Ways,
I'm gonna go with the Panthers.
Big Ed.
I'm gonna go with the Falcons, like you, OG.
Okay. Texans traveling to Baltimore to take on the Ravens, and I'm going with Baltimore.
As am I.
Ways.
Oh, sorry.
Well, as Big Ed once said today, as am I.
Okay, there it is. We got it. We all went with Baltimore. Ways was supposed to go first anyway, so
My bad.
we let it go. It's okay. Yeah. Let's recall. We gotta let me call it out because otherwise it gets
It,
too
it's been a
jumbled.
few
I'm
months
moderated.
we've done this.
Um, Bengals will travel to Cleveland to play the Browns. Big Ed on you.
I'm gonna go Bengals.
I am going to go with the upset, and the Cleveland Browns will pull it off. Ways.
I'm gonna go with the Browns.
Okay. All right. All right.
Deshaun Watson's had a chance to look over that schedule or
Yeah.
work with his squad.
Yeah. He's got a whole off season. I think it's gonna be a little bit of a surprise for him. Um, let's see. The Jaguars are visiting the Colts. I'm going with the Jags. Ways. Who you going with?
Oh, I kind of want to say the Colts, but I'm gonna go with the Jags.
Big Ed.
That makes 3.
All right. The Buccaneers will travel to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. Ways, who you got?
I am going with the Vikings.
Okay. Big Ed.
To borrow one Ways' phrases, as am I.
Okay. And I too am going with Minnesota. The Titans are going to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Big Ed.
I'm gonna go Saints.
I am also going to go with the Saints. How about you there, Ways?
This is going to be a shockingly difficult game when you got two quarterbacks who struggled last year. I'm gonna go with the Saints though.
Okay. All right. The San Francisco 49ers are traveling to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. And I'm going with the away team, the 49ers. Ways?
Um, this is actually a difficult one for me since we don't know what the 49ers are looking like going into this season. So I have nothing to really pick and choose off of. So I have to go based off of what Pittsburgh's done. And I'm going to go with the 49ers because Pittsburgh ain't done shit.
He take the roundabout way to everything. We already knew he was gonna say the 49ers, as am I.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the
Okay.
49ers also.
All right. All right. All right. The Cardinals are traveling to Washington to take on the Commanders. Who you got, Ways?
I got the Commanders giving in the Cardinals their first loss of all.
Big Ed?
I got the Commanders.
Yeah, so do I. That's 3 of us. The Packers are traveling to Chicago to take on the Bears.
Mm.
Who went first last time?
Me.
It's on Ways.
I went first last time.
Did you? Okay. So it's on Big Ed.
Bears start the domination of the Packers.
I'm gonna go with the home team. I'm going with Chicago. What about you, Ways?
I am gonna go. Ah, damn. I actually want to pick the Packers, but I'm gonna go with the Bears.
Okay. Okay. Everybody went Bears. Speak one. The Raiders take on the Denver Broncos in Colorado. So that would be on me, and I am going with Jimmy Garoppolo and the Raiders. Ways?
Oh man. Um, I'll go with the Raiders as well. There's too many questions with Russell Wilson right now.
Big Ed?
Sean Payton starts to try to take over the division that week against the Raiders.
Who you picking?
Denver.
Okay, but goddamn, make a pick.
Sean Payton.
Huh? Yeah, but
Sean
you
Payton.
said he starts to try to take over, but you don't. You didn't pick a win. You didn't say who was going to win. If he starts to try, that doesn't mean he wins.
He's not gonna beat Andy Reid, so
But you said if he starts to try, it still doesn't equal a win. Until you say that's who you pick.
okay.
So you picking the Broncos.
Yep, the Broncos.
See, while Wade takes a roundabout way to give an answer, at least he gives an answer. Big Ed tries to take a roundabout way and then doesn't actually give an answer. He tries to give you some antidote. Dolphins traveling to Los Angeles to take on the Chargers. Ways.
Man, that's actually going to be a tough game.
That's
I'm
a
gonna
tough call there, baby.
And Austin Eckler, yeah, Austin Eckler just signed again, re-signed his contract, so they for sure have him now. So there's no question mark there. They just really stacked up that wide receiving core. But at the same time, Miami really worked that defense out this offseason. Oh shit. I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
All right, Big Ed.
I'm going with the Chargers because Tua has to prove that he can stay healthy.
I'm going with the Chargers because they're the home team.
Okay.
If they would have been playing this game in Miami, I'd be going with Miami. The Philadelphia Eagles travel to New England to take on the Patriots. Big Ed.
Eagles.
I'm going to go with the Eagles as well. Wait.
I am gonna go with the Eagles as well.
All right. The Los Angeles Rams travel to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And it's on me. My bad. I'm going with the Seahawks. Ways.
I am going with the Seahawks as well.
Big Ed.
As am I.
The Dallas Cowboys traveling to New York to play the football Giants. Ways. Who you got?
Giants. No one likes the Cowboys.
Big Ed. Who you got?
I'm going Giants.
And I'll be going with the Cowboys. And on Monday night, September 11th, the first Monday Night Football of the year, the Buffalo Bills travel to New York to take on the Jets, the Jets, Jets, the debut of Aaron Rodgers as a Jet. Ways. Oh no, Ways, you went first last time. Big Ed.
Good.
Ain't this the first meeting of Josh Allen and Aaron Rodgers? Two?
Could be. I think so. I don't know that for a fact.
Oh,
But if you say
that's
it,
going to be a
I
good
believe you.
matchup.
That is a good matchup.
But I think the Jets still have problems on defense. I'm going to go with the Bills.
Ooh, at home on Monday Night Football, the debut of Aaron Rodgers as a Jet against the Bills. Big game. I am going with the Bills. What about you there, Ways?
I think Aaron Rodgers is going to come out and do his thing.
Okay.
I'm going to go and say that it still is not good enough because the Bills are going to win.
Okay. All right.
And here's another prediction. After the game, Josh Allen goes to the camera and says, I own the Jets.
Okay, I don't predict that.
I'll bet you $10 that don't happen.
Yeah, let's get that easy money right now.
Bet you a bottle of Crown that doesn't happen. I cannot
I'm putting
tell.
it in his ear on Twitter.
I cannot tell a lie. I took a sneak peek at week 2 earlier today. I have to do week 2
Okay.
because it is a beast. Week 2 is going to be very entertaining.
Okay.
Okay,
So, Ways, can you keep up with week 2?
I'll do my best.
Okay. So, the Thursday night game, September 14th, the
Okay.
Minnesota Vikings travel to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles.
Oh.
Big Ed, who you?
I'm gonna go Eagles.
I too am going to go with the Eagles. Ways.
Uh, I'm gonna
You
go.
going with your
I'm
go
going.
with your head, not your heart.
Let him make his own pick.
I'm just saying.
I'm going with the Vikings.
Okay. All right. All right. The Green Bay Packers travel to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. I'm gonna go with the Packers. Ways.
Uh, I am gonna go with the Falcons.
Oh, big head.
I'm gonna go Packers also.
Okay. All right. The Las Vegas Raiders. I think I called them Los Angeles in first week. The Las Vegas Raiders will travel to Buffalo to take on the Bills. And Ways.
Oh, I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bills.
Big Ed.
Bills go 2-0.
I'm with you. I'm going with the Bills as well. The Baltimore Ravens travel to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. Big Ed, who you got?
Cincinnati go 2-0.
Ooh, I got Cincinnati going 1-1 because I picked them to lose week 1. So I'm picking Cincinnati to win.
Hmm. I have the Ravens going 2-0.
Oh, yeah, another doozy here. The Seattle Seahawks travel to Detroit to take on the Lions.
Hmm.
That's a damn good game.
That's a toughie. I am going with. Oh, I'm going with the Lions. This time I'm ahead of balls to go with that one at home. I'm going with the Lions. Ways?
2-0. The Lions will go.
Big Ed.
I'm gonna go with the Lions also.
Wow. Clean sweep over Seattle. All right. The Indianapolis Colts travel to Houston to take on the Texans. Tough call, the toilet bowl. Ways, who you got?
Yeah. So you got Anthony Richardson up against CJ Stroud essentially right there. I have a feeling Anthony Richardson's gonna get it done. Let's go with the Colts.
Big Ed.
That Colts defense is dangerous. So I'm gonna go with the Colts.
And I'm going to go against the grain. I'm going with the Houston Texans. They got a thing about Indianapolis. They went through the Peyton years and could never beat them. So now that Peyton is gone, they give the Colts all they got. That's why if you recall, it was a tie game last year. That was the only game. And it was the first game they won. Didn't they won one and tied one, I think,
Yep.
against the
Yeah.
Colts?
Yep.
Yeah, that's their they hate the Colts. The Chiefs will travel to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Big Ed.
Chiefs go 2-0.
I'm going with the Jags.
I'm going with the Chiefs, going 0-2.
Oh, Dejan gonna kick your ass. Chicago Bears travel to Tampa Bay to take on the Buccaneers. I am going with the Chicago Bears on the road. Wait.
Oh, I am gonna go with the Bears with a 2-0 record.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Big Ed.
Make that 3 for 3.
All right, all right, all right. The Los Angeles Chargers travel to Tennessee to take on the Titans. Ways.
Oh, this is not a hard one at all, actually. I'm going with the Chargers.
Big Ed.
Chargers.
Yeah, that'd make that 3. I'm going Chargers. The New York Football Giants travel to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. And Big Ed.
I'm gonna go with the football Giants.
So will I. Football Giants.
I am gonna say that the Cardinals are gonna continue their winless season. Uh, I'm gonna go with the Giants.
All right. All right. The San Francisco 49ers will travel to Los Angeles to take on the Rams. I'm going with the San Francisco 49ers. Big surprise there. Ways?
I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Fuck you, Big Ed.
I'm going with the 49ers.
All right. Well, me.
What the hell is? No, I don't know if he's smoking better weed than I am.
No, man.
But mine is 32 times stronger. So
I don't know about that.
The New York Jets will travel to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Ways.
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys.
Ooh, Big Ed.
If there's one team that Aaron Rodgers owns besides the Bears, it's the Cowboys. I'm going with Aaron Rodgers and the Jets.
Okay, all right. I am going also with the Cowboys.
He's got them at 2-2 or 2-0.
The Washington Commanders will travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Big Ed.
Commanders.
I'm also going with I'm going to go with the Broncos.
I'm gonna go with the Broncos as well.
The Dolphins will travel to New England to take on the Patriots. And I'm going to go with the Dolphins. Big Ways.
Dolphins.
Big Ed.
I'm gonna go Patriots.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. We have 2 Monday night games on September 18th.
Wow,
Week 2.
that's weird.
The Saints will travel to Carolina to take on the Panthers. Ways.
I'm gonna go with the Panthers. Going 2-0.
Big Ed.
I'm going with the Saints.
And I'm going also with the Saints. And the other Monday night game is a bitter rivalry. The Cleveland Browns will travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.
uh,
Big Ed.
I'm gonna go Steelers.
Whew. I am going to go with with I'm gonna go with the Browns.
I'm gonna go with the Steelers.
Oh, okay, all right, all right. Whew. How y'all feel? Y'all wanna do
Mike
it?
Tomlin. Mike Tomlin thinks right now there's there's 2 games this year that we have to win. Absolutely have to. And both of those games are against the Browns.
That doesn't mean a hill of beans to me. What y'all think? Week 3? Y'all want it?
Sure.
I'm ready.
One more. We're gonna do one more. We're gonna go to week 3 and then we're done. Let's do week 3, and it starts off on Thursday, September 21st, as the New York Football Giants travel to San Francisco to take on the 49ers. Big Ed.
I mean, San Fran's going 3-0.
I'm with San Fran going 3-0. Ways.
Yeah, that's a fair assumption. I don't obviously have them going 3-0. So I'm gonna go with the Giants to continue that trend.
Let's go with the Giants to contribute. What?
He said he's picking the Giants over San Fran. So he said San
Mute your
Fran
ass.
is going 2-0.
There's
I'm
too
about,
many question marks for me with San Fran right now.
I'm about to mute your ass. Uh,
That means I get to stay on the show.
Indianapolis Colts. Indianapolis Colts travel to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens. Lace,
Well, Baltimore 3-0.
Big Ed.
That means I got them going 2-1.
Baltimore wins. Okay. Um, the Titans travel to Cleveland to take on the Browns. I'm going with the Browns. Oh, I'm sorry. Waze is your pick.
I'm gonna go with the Browns.
Big Ed.
I'm also going with the Browns.
And that makes three of us, obviously. I already let my cat out the bag. The Falcons travel to Detroit to take on the Lions.
Mm.
Big Ed.
Detroit will be 2-1 this week.
I'll
That means
take,
Detroit's going.
okay. Thanks for picking the game. I'll take Detroit. I'm not keeping up with your picks, so you got to pick a game. I'll take Detroit.
I am gonna go with Detroit being 3-0.
Oof. Um, the Saints travel to Green Bay to take on the Packers. I'm going with the Green Bay Packers. Ways.
As am I.
Oh, Big Ed.
I'm going with the Saints.
Oh. The Texans travel to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Ways.
Oh, that is gonna be an easy Jags win.
Big Ed.
Jags.
Yeah, Jags. I'm going Jags as well. The Broncos travel to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Big Ed.
I'll be picking the Dolphins.
As am I.
As am I.
All right. The Los Angeles Chargers will travel to Minnesota to defeat the Vikings. I mean, to play the Vikings. Yeah, I'm going Chargers. Wait,
I'm going Vikings.
Big Ed.
I'm going with you, OG Chargers.
Okay. The Patriots travel to New York to take on the Jets. Ways.
Going with the Jets.
Big Ed.
I'm going with the Patriots.
I am going with the Jets. The Bills travel to Washington to take on the Commanders. Big Ed.
Bills.
I am going also with the Bills. Ways.
As am I.
Right, all right. The Panthers traveling to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. I'm going with the Seahawks. Ways.
I'm gonna go with the. Oh, that's actually a tougher decision. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks.
Big Ed.
That wasn't a tough decision. It's the Seahawks.
The Cowboys travel to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Ways.
Uh,
I bet he thinks this is a tough decision too.
no, this is an easy decision for me. Um, so the Cardinals will continue the trend of an unwon season with losing to the Cowboys to go 0-3.
All right, Big Ed.
Cowboys.
Cowboys. The Chicago Bears travel to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs. Big Ed.
Chiefs.
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 The Pittsburgh Steelers travel to Las Vegas to take on the Raiders. I'm going with the Steelers. Ways.
That's a good one. Oh, that is a tough one.
That's a tough one.
That is a tough one. I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
Big Ed.
Steelers.
2 Monday night games on the 25th of September.
Okay.
The Philadelphia Eagles will take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa Bay. I'm going with who is it? Is it my turn? It ain't on me. It's on Waves.
Oh, I'm going with the Eagles then.
Okay, Big Ed.
Oop, fly, Eagles, fly.
Yeah, I'm. Fuck Carlton. I'm going with the Eagles. I'm going with the Eagles. Okay. The Rams, Los Angeles Rams, will travel to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. Big Ed.
Cincinnati.
Hmm.
Stat Padford goes down. I'm going with the Bengals.
That Bafford.
I'm gonna go with the Bengals as well.
I love that
it.
name for him.
That's it for our first 3 weeks of the season picked in the books. That's it for the off season, man. Let's move on. After that's enough. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed picking these. We will get to probably, hopefully, we'll get to the next 3 weeks in the next episode. Um, so keep up with it. If you want to make your picks, you see what the games are. Tell us what you think, and make your picks. Put them in the comments. We'll take it. So if you like what you see, make sure you subscribe to the What Up Though Show Network channel. We want to thank you all for joining the off season. We'll catch you next time. I'm your boy OG Tim Wilson, and then in the mix with me is the Nasty Boys Big Ed and Ways, and we out of this bitch.